What it do? Bad Sound Crew. Hey man, listen. Does this mic work? Well then, fuck that other mic. Yeah, we're back. I fixed my microphone, and today, you see the title, you see the thumbnail. Today, I want to be positive with my videos, okay? UFC 313 is coming up. We're all excited about it. It's going to be a great event. And there's a lot of things to complain about with the UFC, but there's also a lot of great things happening right now that I want to talk about as my favorite things and just the objectively best runs, divisions, events, all these things that are going on that I just want to glaze a little bit and just show a little bit of love, man. So let's get into this. I've got a couple here to talk about. I want to hear yours in the comments though, all right? First one that I think we can all agree on, the Yuri Prochazka redemption arc. I mean, come on, bro, clap it up. This is one of the best this is one of the best comebacks of the year already, man. I picked Jamahal Hill to beat Yuri Prochazka. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I got gaslit by the Glover Teixeira fucking propaganda of, I don't know, man, Jamahal Hill, he did better against Glover. You know what I mean? I fell for it. And then Yuri Prochazka shows up fight week. I don't improve nothing. I shave my head. And my purpose is to beat Blob Jamahal. And he comes out, he's fucking slipping punches. This kid turned into fucking Alex Pereira 2.0 and slept Jamahal Hill in the third round. Very exciting fight. Yeah, all around, we love Yuri Prochazka. We all love to see this guy win. I don't want to see him fight Alex Pereira again. I would much rather see a timeline where fucking Big Ank wins the belt and then we get Yuri versus Big Ank, because I do think that would be a really entertaining fight. I know a lot of people would be kind of like, oh man, I don't want to see Big Ank versus Yuri. I actually think Yuri, like I've said this before, I think Yuri's goofy style works better against Ankalaev than it does against Pereira. So I'm hoping that's a fight we get for the belt in future. But yeah, I just want to shout out the Yuri Prochazka redemption arc. And I loved the post-fight speech as well, where it's like, when you keep going back to the baddie that's not good for you, like, bro literally couldn't stop. He's like, oh, fuck, man. I want to fight Alex again. Like, he knows what's going to happen, but he can't resist it, bro. I can really relate to that. So, shout out to Yuri Prochazka, okay? That's number one on my list. Next thing that I'm very grateful for, that I'm happy with in the UFC right now, just UFC 314 in general, bro. I mean, this is a fucking great pay-per-view card. We've got Volk. You know, mate, Volkanovski's going to come out there fucking pumping the jab. He's going to beat Blockhead Lopez. I'm super excited to see Volk get the belt back. If Lopez wins, man, that's going to be a rough weekend for me. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get a very wholesome hood classic pay-per-view. This is reminding me of 299. And I went great on that card. You know, I had JDM win on that card. I had Curtis Blades win on that card. Sean O'Malley got a win. Dustin Poirier fraud checked Benoit. That is the vibes I'm getting from this, dude. I'm thinking we're going to get a Volk title run win. Like, Volk's going to come back and go on another title run. And I'm super excited to see that. I think Paddy the fucking Paddy's going to fucking teabag Michael Chandler. You know what I mean, lads? I think Paddy's going to win that, dude. I think this fight's going to be absolutely schizo. I can't wait to see it. Yair Rodriguez versus Pitbull, super exciting. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. You guys know the deal with this card. I'm super excited to see this. I'm glad that pay-per-views are actually back, man. Because I was getting really fucking sick of, and I thought the year was going to start like this because of 311 and 312. They'd put together these generational pay-per-views, and then the next month, what's the question? Yeah, how do you not do Manafiorat in the main event? I mean, this is a badass fight card. Co-main event, we got Julian Marquez in that. Like, that's what the pay-per-views were looking like last year, dude. It was kind of fucking crazy going from 300 to 301. But it's looking like in 2025, we're getting consistently solid pay-per-views. I'm super excited about UFC 314. This is something I'm really looking forward to. I know a lot of you guys will agree with me on that, so I had to throw it on the list, all right? This next one, though, you know, these are casual picks. Oh, Yuri Prochazka. Yeah, dude, Yuri Prochazka. UFC 314, casual picks. Real hardcores, they know what's going on right now at middleweight. Listen, kid, let me tell you about Reinier de Ridder. Dude, this guy is, oh my God. People thought I picked him as a meme over Kevin Holland. And honestly, part of me was like, I don't know how good he's going to look. I mean, he had a close fight with GM3. I'm 110% convinced this guy's Drickus 2.0. I thought it was Brendan Allen. You know, I started a prophecy on this channel of, you know, the chromosome versus chromosome theory. The chrome for chrome theory, if you will, right? That someone would have to come along that also fights like a fucking Looney Tunes character to beat Dricus du Plessis. I thought it was Brendan Allen. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was him. But I'm convinced now that it's Reinier de Ridder, and I'm just loving the storyline of this guy. He shows up to fight week, mogs his opponent, kind of like a cheeky little smirk on his face, as the great Lucas Tracy would say. He pulls up like that, and then this guy's pulling fucking mount. This guy's doing spinning side control pulls. This guy's doing comedy takedowns on GM3, and then submitting people early on. I mean, he had to get Kevin Holland out of there on top of the Dave's hot chicken sign. That was kind of fucked up. I wasn't fucking with that, but I guess it's part of the Dricus character, right? So my only hope is that he comes to the press conference and he starts talking about wanting to be the first Dutch champion. That would really be a reverse Uno if he goes on the press conference and kind of gaslights Dricus a little bit, dude. Starts a little bit of a race war with Dricus. I think that is the move to really continue this great storyline and this great title run happening at middleweight. I think Reinier de Ridder is actually a very interesting prospect. I know that he's fighting Bot Nickel next. People are wondering, oh, Bedtime, you're going to ride with your boy, you know, Bo Nickel. He's said some crazy things in the build-up. He went on his podcast. Yeah, you know, guys, went out, had a smoothie, you know, took my wife on a hike. We caught some elk as well. I'm picking Reinier de Ridder, dude. I think he's going to fraud check the fuck out of Bo Nickel. And then I think he's going to get a top 10 opponent. And I think we're going to see a Reinier de Ridder full-blown title run. I pray that we get RDR versus Brendan Allen, and then RDR versus like Robert Whittaker or, you know, Israel Adesanya. Somebody that he can fluke a really funny finish over, and then please give us the Reinier de Ridder versus Dricus du Plessis storyline. I need this, but I'm really enjoying watching this title run. I had to mention it here. This is a hardcore pick by me, okay? Now, let's go back to one that I feel is a little bit more mainstream that I do need to shout out before it ends. You know, I got to be real. Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira, this guy's a great champion. He really is. Listen, man, I know that people think I'm a fucking Alex hater because I'm picking Big Ank to beat him. And yes, do I think if Big Ank beats him, it's going to be hilarious? Yes, I do. Okay, and dude, does a part of me want to see these fucking Poetan fans, not regular people that think Alex Pereira is cool. No, the people that are fucking spamming the UFC live streams, charma, starting charma chants in real life. Never could be me, right? I went in a room full of these guys, dude. All right? Does a part of me want to see them cope with Alex Pereira losing to fucking Magomed Ankalaev? Yes, I do, but I have to be objective here. Alex Pereira is on one of the best title runs in UFC history right now. 3 title defenses in a year. Do I think that he should have fought Ankalaev in that time? Yes. Do I feel like he was a little bit strategic with the fights that he took, and when he decided conveniently he absolutely needed to fight? A little bit. But at the same time, it's 3 crazy cool fights, 3 good finishes. The Khalil fight was super entertaining. The Jamahal Hill build-up at UFC 300 was awesome. I really enjoyed watching that fight. You can't hate on Alex Pereira's title run that much. Like, he actually is one of the best champions in UFC history, and definitely like the best, most consistent champion right now. So I am gonna glaze this a little bit, and I'm gonna be kind of sad if Ankalaev wins the belt and we get a title fight once a year, because the activity of Alex Pereira has really carried the UFC. So I gotta give him a shout out, dude. People say I'm a fucking hater. People say I'm this and that, dude. What is this? Explain this. Because right now, this sounds like me. Oh, what does this sound like? It sounds like me glazing Alex Pereira right now. So lower your tone when you call me biased, you call me a glazer, and just get ready for this amazing title run to come to an end on the weekend. But while it's still happening, we got to give it some respects, all right, man? I've got 2 more, things happening, 2 more runs happening right now that I want to give some shout out to, that I want to, show my appreciation for carrying the UFC right now. And the number one thing I want to talk about, Shamil the Blob Gaziev. I mean, come on, dude. Come on, man. There's something about this fucking guy, man. At first, it was like, I don't know how to explain this. Shamil Gaziev has turned himself into a superstar. Like, I don't know how to explain this, bro. Look at the picture of Thomas Peterson, bro. Oh my god, man. But there's something about Shamil Gaziev that he's turned himself into a bona fide UFC star. Like, I see so many edits of this guy. I see so many comments of varying levels of humor and wit in every comment section about Shamil the Blob Gaziev. I think there's something to this guy actually being on a bit of a title. I won't say run because we know that's not part of the Shamil Gaziev training camp. Real ones know that he's out there on the basketball courts in Bahrain, you know, jogging some fucking lines back and forth. But Shamil Gaziev has this, like, this magnetic ray of sunshine kind of personality. There's something about Shamil Gaziev. When he shows up on my feed, I just start smiling, bro. I just feel safe when Shamil Gaziev shows up on my phone. And yes, my phone does get a bit heavier when I see him, but it's okay, bro. He's a cool guy, man. I like Shamil Gaziev. I think we can all agree that this guy is one of our favorite UFC personalities right now. It's just the way that he shows up and is like, good fighter. Yes, brother. I'm gonna win the belt, brother. Jones' future victims, brother. Like, I just love his lovable, goofy little personality. And I think I've said this before. Shamil Gaziev's energy is like, I could see Shamil Gaziev in the offseason just walking down the beach with a fucking ice cream cone with like 6 scoops on top, dude. That's the type of guy Shamil Gaziev, the type of guy to pop out and go, good weather today, very sunny, nice. I love Shamil Gaziev. We love Shamil Gaziev. He's one of the best things happening right now, especially in the fucking bleak heavyweight division. I talked about this yesterday with that amazing audio quality. So Shamil Gaziev's a bright spot in this division, and the build is just absolutely insane. All right, man. Last thing we need to talk about. I never thought I'd see the fucking day, man. I'm gonna say Ilia Topuria is like the best thing happening right now in the UFC. I never thought I would fucking say that, bro. You came to me in October 2024 and I was here saying this guy's a fraud. Max Holloway's gonna beat this guy. This guy fucking sucks. This guy thinks he's Conor McGregor. I'm sick of this cocky little fucker. You know what I mean? Like, Ilia Topuria is that guy that you can't beat him in fucking COD, bro. Like, he's just smiling at you. He's just toxic. You can't beat him, you know? But after a while, I can start to appreciate Ilia Topuria. Like, I thought this guy was like a level 10 rogue gallery member for the bedtime channel. I was hating this guy as much as I hated John Jones. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I was preying on this man's downfall via brutal KO. But now, I kind of fuck with Ilia Topuria, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I actually think he's kind of cool. And the thing that I'll say about him, he really is living up to the Conor 2.0 storyline. Like, when he first showed up, he was trying to be Conor. It was pretty cringe. But he's starting to really like, he's about that fucking life, bro. Oh, it's all I gotta say. He's about that life. He went in the middle against Max Holloway, pointed to the center. Like, he's about that shit, bro. He's sleeping fucking everybody that he fights. And the thing about this run to 155, at first I was like, man, fuck this guy, bro. He's about to go up and sleep Charles and sleep Dustin, ruin this division as well, make me hate him even more. But the more I think about it, it's actually not a set deal. Like, it's not a guarantee. At 155, I think at 145, especially against Volk and Max, who are coming back down from 55 and doing these really bad weight cuts to come fight him, it's kind of like circumstantial evidence. Like, oh man, Ilia Topuria is fucking dangerous, dude. You know, same with the Jai Herbert win. You could see the finish of that, or you can remember the rest of the fight where he got dropped by Jai Herbert. And I'm like, hold on, man. This guy's actually taking a crazy fucking risk here by going up to 155 because he's not guaranteed a title shot. I have a really weird feeling that he could beat Islam, but if he fought Dustin Poirier on the wrong day, he's getting calf kicked, he's getting fucking pieced up. Dustin subs him. Hey, listen, kid, you're on the right track, dude. You're on the right track, dude. Maybe go back to down to bantamweight, whatever weight class you're from, dude. This is my house. This is the house that I built. This is my house. You're on the right track, kid. Keep fighting. You gonna fight Islam? Hey, you're on the right track, dude. I have a weird feeling he's about to get fraud checked by Dustin Poirier. I'm feeling like the Conor 2.0 storyline is about to get really fucking interesting because this guy slimed out Max and Volk. He's taking this crazy risk to go up to 155. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know what's going on with Islam. We don't know what's going on with Charles, Max Holloway, fucking Armin Sakarian, Dan Hook. We've got so many moving parts at 155, and this guy's the most exciting thing to happen to this division because he's the one that we come in and we're like, bro, is he getting a title shot? Like, who's he fighting? Bro, what if he sleeps Charles? Like, what if he sleeps Islam? Like, Ilia Topuria going on this run, I just gotta give him props, and I gotta say, this is like the best thing happening right now. He's made the 155 division like exciting again. I'm actually like, oh my god, if this guy fights Islam, he might win. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I could see Dustin beating him. I could see Dustin being like the Nate Diaz. So shout out to Ilia Topuria. I got to give him his fucking props. The only thing I don't like is that he followed Max Holloway up to 155. That was kind of fucking disrespectful. Why can't you let my boy Max go on a little run? Why don't you stay at 45, Pipsqueak? Why are you following Max Holloway? But outside of that, props to Ilia Topuria. He's carrying the UFC right now, in my opinion. This storyline is more interesting to me than Jones Aspinall, because we either get that fight or we don't. This is like, what if we get Ilia versus Islam? What if he loses to Islam? What if he beats this guy but loses to this guy? There's just so much more going on with Ilia at 155. So shout out to Conor McGregor 2.0. All we need now is the fucking live stream downfall. That's all we need from Ilia now. But yeah, let me know down below, guys. What's your favorite run or fighter or event happening right now in the UFC? Let me know in the comments down below. It can be extremely niche. Like, I want to shout out Joshua Van. That's one of my favorite things happening right now. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what's your favorite things happening right now in the UFC. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. Enjoy the fights on the weekends, guys. I'll be here with an immediate recap video after it ends, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, boys, have a good one. Goodbye.